Nick Baldwin for SevereMMA here with a UFC lightweight fighter who takes on Gilbert Burns this weekend at UFC 226 here in Las Vegas. It is Dan the Hangman Hooker. Dan, thank you so much for taking the time. It's great to meet you for the first time. How are you feeling going into this fight? Training camp go well? Fight week so far so good?
Yeah, it's all been pretty smooth, perhaps too smooth. When things go like so well, you know, that makes me nervous. When I have a tough training camp, get injuries and that, then I'm just glad I made it to the fight. So, yeah, things are going too well. But it's a bit too calm.
Let's not jinx anything.
Yeah, let's not jinx it, but let's wait and see.
I feel like when things don't go as well, maybe the weight cut's a little tough, or maybe you get a little busted up in camp. Do you think that's when you almost perform best? Does that make any sense? Or the better you are physically, the better you are.
So if you make it to the fight, or you have a really tough weight cut. Some of these guys like doing tough weight cuts because it reminds them that they're so mentally ready. Because if they can get through the weight cut, then they're mentally tough for the fight. So for me, it's been a tough. This last week has just been pretty cruisy. So I haven't been mentally tested in the last week, but I'm so sure of myself and my mental strength that I don't have to go through any kind of weight cut or any process. I'm ready to fight.
I guess you're used to it at this point. You've come to the U.S. a few times to fight, but how is that flight over here? I know it's long, it's probably boring, but how do you spend your time and not go crazy?
Yeah, well, just being from New Zealand, I think the second or third fight I ever had was overseas. So just being from the corner of the world, you have to get used to traveling. It just comes with the sport. But I'm very used to it now, and I respect the travel, and I take it into account. Come out a couple of days early, and then fly at the right times, eat the right things. So yeah, there's no way it will impact my performance.
You're a pretty big lightweight, which I think makes the fact that you fought at featherweight way back when even crazier. Quickly, could you even make 145 ever again in your life?
I've said it and I'll say it again. It will cost $1 million to get me back down. I had a few people, Holloway's out. You should jump in the takeoff.
Maybe at 155.
Unless I get that phone call saying $1 million, then there's zero chance.
Let's go back to your last fight. You knocked out Jim Miller, who's a veteran. What was that like? Obviously, a tremendous flying knee. What a performance, and a big name, too.
Yeah, it was good to get that feather on my cap, but I kind of finished that fight hungrier than I went in. Usually guys take some time off to kind of rest and relax, but I was so hungry I was back in the gym the next day. So, yeah, beating a name like that, and now 3 in a row, that top 10, those moving towards my ultimate goal is so close. I can smell it, I can taste it. When there's 10,000 guys ahead of you, you're kind of, it's not real. But now when you got 15 guys ahead of you, it becomes very real. So it's my ultimate dream is within arm's reach. So I'm hungrier than ever.
Now, 226 is, of course, part of the major International Fight Week event. What is that all like? The media, the stage, the big stage, all the great fighters on the card. What's it like being a part of it?
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. There's so many fighters in town that it's been pretty nuts, just constantly. But things have gone so fast. And especially with having my teammate here, Israel, he's been good to take some of the spotlight off me.
He's good at that.
He's very good at that. That's his best quality.
What do you make of his fight against Brad Tavares tomorrow night?
I'm excited. Israel's prepared. We're pretty much in the same situation as camp went very smooth. No injuries or anything like that. So I'm looking for his best performance yet.
As far as preparing for your fight and all that, is it nice having Israel the day before and you'll be there? Are you cornering him or no?
No.
We got to do that. So that's
we got
good.
so many of our coaches and so many training partners here. I think there's 20 Kiwis rolling around town. So
I guess you don't have a lack of coaches or anything because of Israel.
No, definitely not. I got them coming out of my ears. So it'll be hard for them going through that adrenaline rush, adrenaline dump, adrenaline rush. So
you just got to focus on your fight, watch his fight, and that's really it.
Yeah, I'll kind of have to keep a pretty level head even watching his fight.
Sure.
But I'm very excited for his fight. I can't wait, man.
You're taking on Gilbert Burns. This is a fight between two, rising lightweights. Both of you are on winning streaks. He told me, he's a better grappler. That's what he thinks. Do you look at this as a striker versus grappler matchup?
Yeah, 100%. There's no secrets about that. and we respect that, and it's pretty clear and it's pretty obvious where the advantages lie and where we want the fight to play out. But the benefit to me is it starts striking. He's going to have to get me down, and I'm very difficult to get down, even harder to keep down. So I feel like it's in my favor.
You get the win. Do you call for a top 15 opponent? Is that the only thing you'll take next?
Oh, 100%. Like, I feel like I'm in it if I get 4, especially in a devastating fashion. Like, man, give me one of these top 10 guys.
UFC 226, you take on Gilbert Burns. How do you get the job done?
Man, I don't predict those kind of things. I just gone in there looking for the hardest fight of my life. I'm going in there looking for war, and I'm looking to test myself, so I can't wait.
Awesome, Dan. Thank you so much for taking the time, and best of luck to you on Saturday.
Cheers.